What is brackin', homies? We're back. Today, we're playing another game of Dead by Daylight in the Twisted Masquerade event. But today, rather than torturing the survivors like last time, our goal is to abuse the remote hook effect. I know many of you may have seen have like a build running the remote hook involving Groom and Base, Pain Res, Dead Man Switch, so you'll be able to hook a survivor. And with Groom and Brace and Dead Man Switch, if you're so far away because you remote hook them, Groom and Brace activates instantly. So does Dead Man Switch, blocking like a lot of generators, right? I wanted to take that build and kind of demeditize it, but still make a build that's fun, but it kind of makes the remote hook more overpowered than just blocking a generator, right? So I decided to craft up this little build. For starters, we have Pain Res. Now this one's interchangeable, but Pain Res is very good for remote hooks. You can basically just hook a survivor almost anywhere, so you always get the scorch hook. This is kind of value tying the whole build together, but you can honestly replace this with any other scorch hook, but it's just really good that scorch hooks work for remote hook, and I think Pain Res is one of the best scorch hooks. Second perk we have is Devour Hope. Now I'll get into this a little bit later, but basically with Devour Hope, you can hook someone and you're already 24 meters away. So if the survivor is saved instantly, which is kind of what you're going for, you get a token instantly and you don't have to worry about getting away fast enough or proxy camping or whatever. The third perk is Grim Embrace. Like I just talked about, Grim Embrace is super good with remote hooking and we're going to be utilizing that in the build. And the fourth and final perk is Furtive Chase. I don't know how to pronounce that. Basically, you become obsessed with one survivor, and when you hook that survivor, you gain undetectable and 10% haste, which is quite a lot, for almost 20 seconds. So how the build is going to work is we're going to down a survivor, we're going to send them to a far away hook or a hook that we know survivors are near. Pain Res pops, damages the generator, gives us time, and then they're going to unhook them, which is give us a stack of Devour Hope. And at 2 tokens, we're going to gain a 5% haste 10 seconds after hooking a survivor for a duration of 10 seconds. So basically, after we gain our second stack with Devour Hope and Furtive Chase, we're going to have 10% haste, 15% haste, and then 2% haste because of how the timelines work out. That's a lot of haste. Plus, the undetectable from Furtive Chase, it just kind of encapsulates it all together. Now you may be thinking, there's something missing with this build, and there is. There's actually 2 more things I want to point out the build. The thing missing I'll get on later in the video, but right now I want to just talk about the Grim Embrace and Pain Res. Basically, if you hook someone on a scorch hook and you're further away from 16 meters, Grim Embrace actually procs before Pain Resonance, meaning you have to use Grim Embrace, block the generator for that survivor because each survivor only gets 1 token, and then the next time you hook that survivor, then Pain Res pops. So with remote hooks, you can actually choose, do you want to use Grim Embrace here, blocking the generator for 10 seconds, or do you want to use Pain Res, blowing up the generator? Now this works. Grim Embrace 10 seconds, Grim Embrace 10 seconds, Grim Embrace 10 seconds, Grim Embrace 10 seconds, and then that 40 seconds of cooldown, and the fourth one being another 40 seconds, so that's 70 seconds of slowdown, is going to pressure the survivors, make the gens harder in the early game, and then late game, you have still 4 stacks of Pain Res. If you use them interchangeably, that's cool too. But now there's 2 generators left, and these survivors are trying to focus on 2 generators, and you have 4 stacks of Pain Res on it. And 20%, 4 times, that's 80%. That's almost a full generator, right? So in essence, they have to repair a whole 6th generator. So the capability with remote hooking on these 2 is pretty fun. Plus the pressure of Devour Hook and the slight stealth ability from Furtive Chase. Now that is the power of the remote hooks. I played a couple games. I'm not the greatest killer, but I had quite some fun. Here's some clips, and then, yeah, there's some clips here, and just talking about what exactly I did, right, wrong, and how fun this build was. And you should definitely try it out. The event got 3 days left, so hurry to it. But yeah, that's basically it, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so this first game was played on the farm, as you can see. And if you look at this first clip here, I'm hooking the Jane. And if you actually can see, I don't lose any Pain Res stacks, but I do lose 1 of Grim Embrace. And in the next clip here, I down the Nia. Crazy, you know, I'm super out the Kate. And then when I hook her, I actually walk up to the hook and don't remote hook her, like I said, and I gain another stack of Grim, and I lose 1 stack of Pain. Just thought I'd throw in a little proof, you know. Oh, damn, that was crazy.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Nice. Why can't I? Oh, no invite for you. That's crazy.
Stop with the theatrics.
All right. Ooh. Actually can't break pallets with party pallet game on wolf form. Actually, right here is probably the greatest part in the entire video. You see, I remote hooked Dwight and I gained fugitive chase because he was the obsession. Actually, look what happens. Besides me claiming my glyph, I actually run and I'm checking all the gens to see where the last couple of survivors are. And you see me run, and I actually managed to get the jump on this guy. This guy was a pretty good survivor earlier in the game. He was looping me for a while, so the fact that I was able to get that close because of the stealthiness is pretty good. And if it were on a worse survivor, I probably could have even gotten to grab considering how close I got. Just look at this. Absolutely masterclass. Easy peasy, I love this killer. About the battle. And besides that, nothing else important happened, but here's a cool montage of it. Yeah, so unfortunately the game was looking good and I managed to somehow sell the bag. And right here, I was like, well, maybe I'll try a different killer, you know? Playing a lot of Dracula. So I decided, why should I take my talents to where else? I took them to Blight. And you know, let's just say, I'm the greatest Blight player that's ever lived. After that, I decided to play a different killer, the Oni, and let's just say I'm the greatest Oni that... Yep, I'm kind of buns if you couldn't tell, but I decided I wouldn't give up, and I decided to try yet another killer. But I also realized that the build wasn't perfect yet, so I decided to get rid of fugitive chase for barbecue and chili. For those who don't know what barbecue chili is, it reveals auras far away from the hook when you hook a survivor. My train of thought was when I remote hook, I'm already far enough that the people I'm getting aura revealed on are somewhat nearby me, or could be nearby me, right? And it did actually work on RPD, but I only did play a couple games, so feel free to try this out for yourself because I feel it is pretty good. The event ends in like 2 or 3 days, so get on it. But yeah, and here's some of just the best clips of those gameplays. Oh, I'm also playing as Vecna because he's super cool. But yeah, that's basically it. If you enjoyed, show your boy some love, and if you didn't, please let me know. But that's gonna be it for me. I'll see you in the next one, and hope you enjoyed.